Raising a well-behaved child in this world requires strict discipline and punishment. Today, we will look...
No, we will not. So anyway, they get home and it's not until I hear, "Hi, Mom," from my office door. And I have the, "Oh my, where did you come from?"
That was scary.
I always tell one of my kids that I need to put a cowbell around their neck or something so I know when they enter a room. How are they so quiet? They just scare me all the time.
I want to put in one of those drive-through dings in the hallway that leads to my office. So when someone walks across it, it tells me someone's approaching you. You live with four other people, but you will scream like a bitch because they talk to you.
Yes, this is so relatable.
So anyway, they walk in, jump scare, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" My child does not miss a beat. "Mom, can I have a snack?"
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sure, go get some yogurt.
Right.
So I leave my office and I have the worst time. My children tried to tell me a story and I glazed over entirely. And to the point that they're like, "Mom."
And you're staring at their face. It's the same feeling as when you're reading a book and you've read the same paragraph 10 times in a row. And you know those are all words. You know all of the words individually. And you know you've read them in a row. But for whatever reason, your brain cannot make sense of them as a coherent thought.
I get into work mode and I'm trying to switch into mom mode. I'm trying to access my mom brain because for 8 straight hours, I was in work brain. And I am trying so hard and I feel there's a part of my far away emotions. It's like, "You dumb asshole, pay attention to your children." I'm trying.
Yes, I'm trying so hard. And you're like, "Can you repeat that again? I'm so sorry." They get annoyed and it's like, I get it. You should be annoyed with me.
You should be annoyed. You get to be, I'm annoyed with me, kid.
Yes.
But it got me thinking about the various brains. Some people call them hats. We wear a bunch of different hats.
Yeah.
But that feels old because I don't wear a hat. They foof off my head. But I do have brains. I have various brains. And I have now cultivated this sort of theory of mom brains and how sometimes we get into these portions of thought and it's sometimes hard to switch between mom brains. So there's nurse mom brain and there's chef mom brain. There's teacher mom brain, event planner mom brain.
Yeah. And I think it makes more sense to call it brains than hats too, because realistically, you could take the hat off and we don't get to take any of these off. We just have to
do not get to self-lobotomize.
Yes. We just have to rapidly switch between them. And I think recently I've been stuck in that nurse mom brain where it's just anytime I hear a sneeze, I'm like, "Is that allergies?" Or "Let me feel your forehead." And that's a thing that I have taken from my childhood that I don't have to hit a trauma button for. Is my dad, whenever we were sick, to check for a fever instead of using his hands, because my dad was he was an electrician and mechanic, so that
he had those asbestos hands, didn't he?
Yeah, you can't feel as
shit
much.
through him.
And so he would kiss you on the forehead, and I remember asking him as a kid why, and he said because I could tell temperature that way. Now I have chronically cold hands, so for me, I do the same thing. I kiss the forehead because then I can see if you're really warm, and that. I've been kissing so many foreheads recently.
Yeah, There have definitely been times when it's just illness after illness after illness.
Tell me about it.
I know. But what happens is you get stuck. All right, it's been a week since some random fluid has come out of a hole it wasn't supposed to come out of in that way. You want to go over to your friend's birthday party?
Yeah.
You have a field trip coming up that's optional.
Yeah.
So you want to lock down because what if there's more germs? What if someone pukes again?
Oh, literally very recently, one of my kids was invited to a birthday party. She's so excited for it. And I had to be the bearer of bad news that you can't go. Now, she was healthy, but 2 siblings were sick with 2 separate illnesses. And our school had recently shut down because of the massive amount of illness happening. Like the attendance rate was like 80%. Yeah. And they had to shut the school down. And I was like, babes, we can't go. Number 1, we don't want to spread illness. Number 2, I simply cannot handle bringing home another one. The place this party is, that's just
notorious for the germ share.
Literally all of the schools in the area are shut down to illness. I don't think that's a good idea. And again, you could pop a fever in 5 minutes. We don't know.
But what happens is you get stuck in that nurse mom brain, and how do you break through it? So sometimes you get trapped in a loop, and other times you're asked to switch so fast you can't turn the one brain off fast enough. So you get these weird conflicting, like when you're doing chores and then your kids are like, I want to play. And then your fun brain is like, yeah, let's play. And your chore brain's like, wait.
Yeah. No, this literally, yesterday, right? My kids were home it wasn't winter break. There was no real reason for my kids to have been home for so long, despite the illnesses. So last week it started with one of my kids was homesick for 2 days. And then the next 2 days, different kid was sick with different illness for 2 days. And then the school shut down because everyone is sick. And then I had 2 sick kids the first day of the week, and then we had a snow day, right? And so it was yesterday, my littlest lady goes, Mom, you promised that you would play hide and seek with me. Now, I do not believe that I promised this. I don't remember this conversation, but
I feel like your youngest and my youngest are the same age, and they're trying their hand. And I say this not at all mad. They're trying their hand at manipulation.
Yeah. And it's not like that manipulation isn't malicious. No. They just want to play with mom, And so
this has worked in the past. Let's see if it works now.
Right. And so she's like, but you promised. And I want to play hide and seek, and and I'm like, I don't think I promised that, but also like I don't even know what day of the week it is at this point because things have been so crazy. And then I look around the house because again, everyone has been sick, so the place is a mess. I want to clean desperately, and I want to play hide and seek, and I said, you know what? Let's play hide and seek for 30 minutes, and then I can get my stuff done because I have to start dinner in 30 minutes. So. Okay, I am going to do this. And of course, there's like that feeling of like almost not anxiety, but that kind of like, I have these other things to do. But I knew that if I jumped into this game of hide and seek, that I would have fun and that I would be meeting my baby's needs, which I want to do, which I need to do. And then I could still get this stuff done. So it's like trying to balance it. And, I hid behind the couch, great hiding spot, pretty easy. Took her forever to find me. When she finally found me, she's holding a juice box. I said, did you stop and get a snack on the way? My back hurts, babes.
I admit my children will no longer play hide and seek with me because I always pick a spot that I can do something else while
I'm like sitting there playing the NYT Mini behind the couch, I'm just waiting.
Like I'll be in the closet and I'm putting laundry away because I just drug the hamper in there with me. I'm just putting laundry away in like an awkward angle. And my kids will open the door. Mom, are you doing laundry? You took forever. Suck less, kid.